Hey, one and all, we're back with part 2. Patricia Tosh, how Posh, and Bridget, always faithful.
Yeah.
Romeo will be upset because he asked yesterday. He said, when am I going to see Nanny again? I said, oh, you probably can come on Friday. You know, so he's happy about that. He says, I miss seeing Nanny. So anyway, here she is. Take it away, sister.
Again, Igsy Bear.
Igsy Bear, everyone.
Let the Almighty God be praised, who came in the name of our Lord Jesus of Nazareth. Right, I'm going to show you a bit of a video after, but I'm going to talk a bit first. It's called the Marine Kingdom.
Can we big up the Spirit of Truth first? Big up the Spirit of Truth.
That's it, the Holy Spirit. There we go. And pray that He's with us and can guide us.
That's right.
Again, we're age 7 in Christ. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. First of all, do you know what I'm saying? Everything these bastards them do, they get it from the Bible.
Yeah.
Remember when I was talking about the fisherman and Jesus?
Yeah.
And when Jesus said, cast your nets to the right. And then I thought, what do they call it? The internet.
Yeah, the internet. Oh, yeah.
Is it?
They're casting the net with the internet.
Yeah, they nicked that from the Bible.
Yeah.
You know what the Bible said?
You're so clever, isn't it, Mum?
It's not me.
How you come up with that?
It's not me. I told you already.
Wow.
It's the Spirit of Truth.
Yeah, man.
And, that's the internet. Jesus said, cast your net to the right. So they got that. They nicked that from the Bible. The internet. Yeah.
Wow, that is something to think about, everyone.
Yeah.
You have eyes and ears to see and hear.
Yeah.
You'll know it.
And then, as I said, we're going to do Sailor Media.
Yes.
Right? And they're going to be talking about the Marine Kingdom. Remember, like when I said before, that after the flood, right, those bastards didn't die.
Yeah.
It's just that they can't take human flesh anymore. They went underground. Yeah. And, but what it is, they need a human body to occupy, to do their dirty work.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is what it's on about. And then, like, I watch EastEnders all the while. And then, the River Thames.
Yeah.
The proper name for that is ISIS.
Okay.
Right into Oxford. Yeah. And so you get to learn and understand that in the marine, the underwater, the bastards them are there.
They are.
Right. And then it's like.
And you showed me that.
Every time, ever so often, because when you go under there, you see that they're using computers. They give certain people things, like when the mobile came out, right? It was them give it to certain people here.
Yeah.
Right?
The knowledge.
So it's like everything's happening under there.
Yeah, well, that everyone keeps saying on what I'm following about the submarine, that it was a distraction. They're distracting us from something be aware. It's just a distraction.
Yeah, of course that is.
Everyone.
But it's what's really going on. Yeah. When you're dealing with the Holy Spirit, Christ, then He will show you, because at the end of the day, we've all got work to do.
Yeah.
All of us, not just me or you. All of the good people of the earth.
Yeah.
And as I said already, Jesus never dealt with religion and tradition.
That's right.
So what it is, you see, Almighty God got Satan on a leash, right? So this is why him and him people, them have to reveal everything now. Yeah. Everything is, he says, like, what was hidden in the dark will be revealed to the light. Like you say, hey, that planet, it's in the dark, but ever so often we get to see it, that false planet. Yeah. Or what the Bible say also, what Bob them sing about, the half has not yet been told. What was hidden from the wise and the prudent will be revealed to the babes and the suckling.
Yeah.
Right? So it's you youngsters. We elders now, we just holding the fort for you all.
Yeah.
Are not going to do it. Yeah? Yeah, so... Yeah. So you know, say, the bastards them never did.
No.
It's just that they can't take a...
They're on the ground.
But these fuckers here, they're allowing them...
Yeah, and that's why Leonard
to occupy their bodies,
and that's why Leonard always spoke about, you know, them secret entrances that take people underground and stuff.
Yeah, because remember we used to do our studies nearly every night, and sometimes when he leaving here at say 5 o'clock in the morning, when he didn't have his car, and he used to have to walk from here.
He'd bring the
town,
dog. He'd bring the dog with him and they'd walk.
Right, and walk through town on the way to Handsworth.
Yeah.
And there's a church there. And then the Queensway Tunnel. Now they're going to they're saying that they're going to close that tunnel.
Yeah.
Because Leonard saw certain things.
He
says something's going on in that tunnel.
Yeah.
And it's to do with that church opposite.
The haunted church. It's got it's got the point that where, just like the haunted church that I went to the other day, they've got that point where it goes to the side. That means
when you're going into Handsworth, Constitution
I know
Hill,
exactly which one
and
it
it's
is.
opposite the Queensway.
And it does the slanting
and then
on his
he
roof.
likes to talk, that's where like the grey men them live or something. You see, our Leonard, he knew too much, so this is why they set a trap for him.
They did.
So it's what, going to be 18 years now?
And I kind of blame
he's
myself.
In prison for something that he didn't do.
Because if I didn't go to America, Leonard wouldn't have went out that night.
Yeah.
But because I wasn't here now, because maybe he used to come here every single night, and chill with us or whatever. But because I was going away, he went out when I had gone and happened to go with them, and this is what happened.
Because, you know, his woman, Tanya, that time we used to watch Cheaters,
remember?
And I used to say, careful, Leonard, Tanya probably got the Cheaters people to filming you coming from here.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, across the road there was a lady and her daughter, one daughter she had, and she have remember Beiji?
Yes.
Beiji.
Of course.
So when Stanmore died, Audrey came to live with us.
Yeah.
And, well, he was after her, right? And then that one of his baby mothers across the road.
I remember her.
You know, he had a lot of baby mothers. And, like, I woke up one morning, and when I opened the front door, all of his underpants, his underwear was on the grass, remember?
Gosh,
yeah, because she was thinking, Beiji coming here every day, that he's checking me.
That is you.
But it weren't me. Right?
You and her got to be okay then, didn't you? I remember.
Yeah. Right, so took all of his underwear on my grass. Yeah, so where was I before that?
Yeah,
it's
we
just
was on about
so much.
with Leonard with the cheaters, but we was on about the underground with them dirty things.
Yeah. So that was 29 years ago. So we done already. We were shown those things.
Yeah.
But it's like Almighty God is revealing everything.
Yeah.
And like, you know, like I said with the Titanic, that was a sacrifice. There was another white gentleman came on 9 hours after whatever. I can't find it at the moment. But he's talking the same thing about that Captain John Smith and J.P. Morgan and all them lot. They was to go on the ship, but they didn't because they don't already know what the Captain John Smith and some of his workers, they were going to make the Titanic go in the iceberg. It was a living sacrifice, but it was mainly those poor Irish.
Yeah.
You see? Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah. If I find it, I'll tell Lavine how to put it up.
Yeah.
But then he's talking about, you know, like Jekyll Island. What was it? Woodrow Wilson. That he was the president at that time, and him and all his concubines, the rich people from around the world, the billionaires. You know, so that's where they gathered and they planned all of this. So when I find it, Lavine, you can put it up.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah. So what I say, it's just that. Again, as I keep saying, I would need a million years to say what I gotta say. It's so much.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why I have to ask the Spirit of Truth to help me.
Always.
So the Marine Kingdom, again, the Thames in London on EastEnders.
Yeah.
That's called the River Isis. You know, the Egyptian goddess Isis.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Isis and Horus.
Good low
and
down,
it leads into Oxford. Yeah.
So what is this about then?
No. This one is called The Secret Ways of the Devil, the Marine Kingdom. So these two gentlemen now, these two Rastas, they reside in Jamaica. They do about Hobia, witchcraft, the rings, everything. They've got many, right? So
we're all one branch all around the world. We all
you
can find us everywhere.
Yeah, you can find us. And then another thing, you know, which is wrong. There's a lot of
Pass me that box, Mum. I want to see what you got in there.
Lots of blacks and Rastas. They don't, and especially those Hebrew Israelites in America, right? They don't like anything to do with white people.
Yeah.
And what I was about is only us, the tribe of Judah, going through.
Yeah.
And then you know that after
that's a bit sad because there's many of us. Yeah,
it was after we denied Christ and with those false rabbis and priests. Yeah, because what it was when we was taken into Babylon in the book of Daniel, right? So afterwards, who was it? Which king it was? He allowed us to leave. So when we get back, we had to rebuild the temple. Yeah, but in the meantime, some of those false rabbis came. So, and then when Jesus appeared now, and he was teaching and preaching and doing his miracles, and the people then was following him, they didn't want to follow them no more, so they were losing their position. So it was them that gang up.
Yeah, because they don't like.
Yeah, and gang up with us to say, when Pilate said, I can't find nothing wrong with this man, and the custom was that once a year they release a prisoner. So Pilate was going to release Jesus, but then these false rabbis and priests and Pharisees, they got the crowds to shout, we want Barabbas, crucify him. Right, so as I say, so that opened the way now, because we done that opened the way for all nations. That's why St. Paul was sent to the Gentiles.
That's Saul, isn't it?
Yeah. And
do you think he was a white man then?
Saul? No. He'll tell you who he was.
Yeah.
Paul. That's right, Saul. That was his name first.
It was Saul.
And then after,
because they blind him.
Because what it is, you understand, when we come under Christ, he changes our name.
Yeah.
Right? Because my name ain't Patricia Tosh. You understand?
I don't even know what my name would be.
So he was called Paul. When he was converted, he was called Paul. Yeah. So it's
the Muslims do that, don't they? When the black Muslims, when they turn a Muslim, they change their name.
Yeah, into the Muslim name. Yeah. But it's always you're given. When you're ready for Christ to deal with you, as I said, come away from those churches and religion, stand alone with Christ, and then he will see that you're ready, and he will show each one individually what they've got to do, and they will get a new name. Yeah? Because I did not know my name was going to be changed. Yeah, so, and then it was to these Hebrew Israelites, again, they got it wrong. It's all nations going through, because you know, some of my main helpers is these whites. Yeah, like Jordan Maxwell.
Yeah, you watch
William. I forgot his name now. A lot of them. You see, so it's not just a one thing. They're making their mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so it's a lot. It's a lot because we're all in this battle. Yeah. It will show each of us individually, and then
I'm just glad that God chose me.
Yeah, that Farrakhan. The people,
him.
They need to get away from him.
He's mixed up. He
is.
He's into masonry. He's into this.
Scientology.
He's into that. Yeah, and Scientology.
Yeah, because remember that Ron Hubbard, or what his name was, he was a racist. Right? And then all of a sudden, Farrakhan is telling his people them to check Scientology. Which is, and
why would he do that when he knows?
He's got them all. He's got hundreds of thousands of them under him.
Yeah, he does.
And they all...
He does.
Yeah? He's in it with them.
He does, I see it.
You know? And what Jesus said, woe unto the pastors that lead my sheep astray. So all of them in the nation of Islam, they have to come away from him also. And what was his name? Malik or whatever. The dark-skinned one, right? They had to get him out the way because he was getting more better than Farrakhan.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
doing things underneath.
So all of these in the nation of Islam, right, in America, will have to come away. Come away.
Yeah.
Men and women.
There's loads of women under him.
Yeah. With the, what is it, IOU or something or whatever. Farrakhan is a fucking traitor.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
When I heard about Scientology, but I know that he's into the masonry. They were saying
and that's why they killed Malcolm.
But you notice they don't touch him.
You know, Malcolm was revealing what was going on by the Elijah Muhammad. So they had to shut him up.
Yeah.
You see, because he did go to Mecca, and he did see, like everyone is one. Yeah. And again, we ain't dealing with religion, yeah? But we know they had something to do with Malcolm. And then you wonder why all these years, how come them rascals don't kill him?
Yeah,
because
you know why?
He's in the bed with them.
He's in it. He tells us something with this face.
Yeah.
And behind closed doors, he's got another face.
He appears as an angel of light. So
yeah.
The silly black people, they're all under his spell. Like T.D. Jakes, Clifford, Dollar, all of them big time. And again, as I say, Luca. Luca, them in Africa. I'm coming for them. I'm coming for them.
What are they up to? What do they do?
Yeah, it's my job. I'm coming for them. I'm here to condemn. Matthew chapter 12, verse 42.
Yeah.
That's my job. Did you realize last time I did not cuss?
No, you was very nice.
Yeah.
Even though I like when you cuss.
No, as I say, when something is wrong, I have to condemn. I am not the judge. Christ is the judge. But I'm just doing my job. Right, so it's a lot. What did I say about River Thames? What's it called?
The ISIS.
The river is called
ISIS.
Yeah, in London there. Right? ISIS, Horus, and all that Egyptian business, and all the Anks, and all the fucking crap. Blood clots, God, you all see.
She's cussing now.
No, and you see how many blacks, especially in America.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
All under that. Then you have some others come out now, and is it Ray Higgins and a lot of them? Another story. But they all need to come away from that Egyptian thing, even though it was black. Because when Mary and Joseph, they run to Egypt, right, and they had to fit in, so you know for a fact that they were black.
Everyone knows now, innit?
And we know they were black.
Yeah, they have to have been.
Yeah.
Because if not, they would have been pointed out, stood out, like, who are you, where you come from?
And they're trying to kill the baby.
Yeah.
Like they were...
And remember, they had to kill, they were killing all these baby boys.
Yeah.
So if Jesus wasn't a black baby, they would have known that this baby is him and he's not them boys.
Yeah, like with Moses, how come Pharaoh's daughter take him out to the River Nile and
look
took him in the palace and passed him off as her.
Exactly.
He had to be black.
Yeah.
Then again, we're not going into colour or
No,
whatever.
no,
That's
no,
another
because
thing.
we all going in. We all
all races.
We all
all
going
races, yeah.
We love every race.
Yeah.
But we're just stating facts, that's all.
Yeah. So.
Sorry everyone, I'm eating the sweet.
One minute.
Mum.
Yeah?
Where did you get these blue chewies from? They're
Blessings.
nice.
Over
Welcome
there.
forward to Reasoning Right here to Share Life.
Just a minute.
I'm your host, Jerome Sage Butler, and Brother Raman Singh.
This is
I
about
was
the
having a
Marine
really good vibe, you
Kingdom.
know.
Let's get
And
to it.
beautiful
Every
ocean
evil is
Jamaica.
coming from under
Just
there.
giving you thanks for the possibility, the ability to be doing these videos, you know. It's been an interesting 2 years of doing these videos, and
You know, Bunny Wailer sings, rise up, trample the dragon, get the dragon before the dragon gets you. Rise up, trample the dragon, so we don't know who the dragon is. Yeah?
Of course.
Good. Let me
If you
just forward this a
trample
bit
him.
because it's quite a lot. It's quite a lot. Let's see what they're on about.
challenge to the
Did you
platform,
watch some
right?
of it? You managed
Just
to
a
watch
little
a bit of
bit.
it?
You see him there?
The one with the
elder.
glasses on?
Yeah. My goodness, I could sit there all day. It was like, probably I was there when Jesus was there on the Sermon on the Mount. And I was sitting at his feet and just listening. That calming.
Yeah.
He's got that calming
Yeah, you
voice.
say that about this one,
Yeah,
innit?
and, you know, but he's talking. Yeah? And the other one now is very, very, very intellectual. Owl, they call him or something. Let me see now.
That's clarity. So, blessing Brother Raman, what is our offering today? What are we bringing forward in our analysis and our reasoning?
Yes, brother Sage, greetings, blessings.
Every time, perfect love, every time.
Man, greetings everyone, blessings. Well, you know, I think the topic, the Marine Kingdom, would be a topic proper to speak on.
Yes. I realize that I guess some people still are being introduced to the idea of the kingdom of the people beneath the waters, or a seat of darkness within the world, a very powerful seat of darkness to those who are aware. So, Brother Raman, we can leave the argument and we can, flow along wherein possible.
Okay, so in my research, I find out that the Marine Kingdom is one of the high.
Oh, sorry. Is it the break?
Sorry, I just quickly turn that round because they would want to block it.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's alright, leave it.
1 minute.
Let the break do, because if not, it will try and give you another one.
Yeah. Right.
They understand, Mum. They know that
They
we're
know,
live.
because they don't want us to know.
The people that
Right.
know that we're live.
Yeah, well, everyone can look it up.
Kingdom. You know, other than the spirits who are in the forest or in a abandoned house. Different types. This is spirits who are in the sea, the Marine Kingdom, in ponds, lakes, rivers, any type of body of water.
Yes, subtle.
The Marine Kingdom have influence in that water.
Shadow.
So if we live near a body of water like that, we have to go pray over it and bless it, because the Marine Kingdom, that is their habitat. Because remember in the beginning, God never really state when water was created.
Okay.
Water was there. There was darkness upon the face of the deep, and the spirit moved
upon the face
of the waters.
Yeah.
So there's no point to say, let there be water.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
So water was always there. That's why there was void and darkness
Okay.
So darkness was always associated with water.
I get it because, you know, in some of the ancient tongues, right, the land was birthed from the oceans. Like the oceans literally receded and the lands came up. You know, so in some of the ancient creation, you know, mythologies and stories and allegories, yes, I could see that there is a correlation that, you know, the life came up. And even the lotus, you know, was symbolic of being the life upon the water, and that the presence of the Most High was upon the face of the deep. This is in a lot of old tongues, you know.
So, God, the Bible too. Because when land created, God said, let there be land come out of the midst of the waters. Let there be dry land out of the midst of the waters.
Seems like it's a very much a correlation there between those two creation stories. Because I often say to people, right? People assume that, and the Lord said, just slow down here, so I break it over vocabulary. A lot of people assume that the way in which the creation story in the Bible is presented, they think it's an exclusive horror, like it's a Bible thing. Because what happens is that religion, religiosity, religious viewpoint, religious perception, people say a Bible thing that, Christian thing that, some little weird people think that. The Lord is saying, when the truth become a matter of just a person's opinion or a person's perception of it, right? So then we have the truth. So the stories correlates the indigenous who never say Jesus Christ or heaven and earth or God made heaven and earth. But however they have their creation story, it's the same creation story.
True.
You know, so that's what I said, true. Just stop really worried by issue, you know, religion and because, you know, there's the eyes we have to see. Let us see. There's ears we have to hear. So I say, we ear, right? I don't know, so we can't chat already. Sorry.
Before ears and...
True, so we are finding out some water associated with darkness. That's why even in our Revelation, when it has said the beast come out of the sea,
oh yeah, that's another
always have some evil associated with the body of water.
Huge shot.
You see me?
Yeah, I
in
can feel
Africa,
that. Yes.
people go by the riverside to go worship the mermaid gods.
And Sidek too, which is a crocodile one, some call I don't remember the name, but it's several names, but yeah. The alligator, the cocks, right? Yeah. That's a marine kingdom, big guy right there. You know, I would say to my, you know, and my family and those who kind of know me, sometimes when you're watching a lot of these shows, right, and there is an inference to what are the dark creatures, right? There's always a consistency of marine kingdom creatures that are aquatic. And let's just go to the same crocodile, always associated with harming people, the shark, right?
True.
There's these mammoth crabs, you understand me? But yet still the dolphin was never associated with them.
True.
And then neither was the whale. The whale and the dolphin were seen to be helpers and more victims of human or of the world of darkness. So I always say to myself when I watch these shows, those creatures are always seeming to be on the side of light. So it is almost a correlation to say somehow, in the essence of what these allegorical, mythological, are somewhat mixture of truth and fact. These stories are talking about ideas of our concepts of ourselves. They know that the marine kingdom is real, in that it is already being expressed. I'm not going to call any shows, but you and I know. Look how much cartoons there are.
Little Mermaid.
That was what the spirit man just said to me, but I didn't want to say it, you know?
Well, we have to tell them, we have to make it relate to what we are talking about.
Yeah, you know, but you can come to your blockbuster right now and call Aquaman. This is going there, right? You can examine these shows, right? People will say, Jerome, that's just a movie, man. I just want to say, hold on right there, because we're going to talk about some stuff. But before we go, we'll continue further. Let's examine oh, that's just a movie there. Okay, so there is an ancient book, right? The book is of our lives, right? We base our principles, our ethics, our morals, our very outlook on that book, right? Are the principles enshrined there in that book? So the book becomes symbolic and the principles become sacrosanct unto life, right? So we make movies from that book, you understand me? We make art from that book, you understand? We make visual aids from that book, we make other books from that book, rooted in the principles. So first of all, our lives are based upon these ancient principles of human existence. So there's one codified, what we call the biblical principle. So when biblical principle manifests, it's the same truth, just coming through mediums, right? So, boom, let's kick with that. Next thing now. So when these dark kingdom ideologies, the ways that they are coming out, how do they express it? I just said it. It's the same principle. They express it through these ways of art, these books, these movies.
The new movie, Aquaman.
Yeah, yeah.
Aquaman.
Yes.
You see me?
They express it.
And they must show how Aquaman, them civilization advanced.
Oh,
anything above the surface.
Correct, exactly.
Their weapons far superior.
Exactly. You see the exacting manifestation of the ideology in some form of parody, in some form of art. But that's all these expressions, all these thoughts, all these experiences come across to us, because remember, we're not living the experience. Just like I said, it's principle. So remember, we're not living the experience. Those who are, as I said, the Spirit said, switch it back this way. I love this file. I always wonder with the Hollywood people, right? I said to myself, these people are godless people. They say they don't have no belief in God. They're so esoteric. But yet still, I always say to my family, look at these ideas that they are examining in these movies. What's the overarching edict in these ideas? Because you're supposed to be soulless and godless. Yet still you're trying to picture your godless ideology by using the similitude of religious themes, of religious images and religious doctrines, almost like a kind of debunker. How do they come to that knowledge to debunk religious or biblical truths? What's the drive behind it? So I always wonder, and you are now putting something in my spirit, Brother Rahman, through this. So let me question it in another way, or look at it in another way, observe it differently. Because if it is that these people are communing with these dark entities, because the words wrestle not against flesh and blood, but principalities and powers of darkness in high and low places. Mm-hmm. So these people who go to these rituals, these seances, right, to basically commune with these entities, to experience these marine kingdom experiences, then coming into the reality and picturing it as works of art, as cartoons, as movies, as books, as bestsellers, as blockbuster hits. You understand me? Trying to desensitize our consciousness to that reality, because we can only communicate through the spirit or through our consciousness. So it's not going to be something that they're going to show us physically. Where would they go to say, okay, let's go to the Marine Kingdom, we'll go off the coast of Port Royal and Jamaica and go to the sunken city? See you. Obviously that wouldn't be the case. The case would be that it is in the spirit.
Yeah, because many of the high witch doctors and the voodoo priests,
Sure.
the Obeahman, them, even witches and warlocks, the whole of them have experiences with the Marine Kingdom.
Yeah.
Is either them get people from the Marine Kingdom coming to help them, or them going down there to be trained, or help them down there.
Understand.
So, no matter where you be on the earth, once you go into the spiritual realm and you enter the Marine Kingdom, just remember, the Indian Ocean. And that's the highest part of the Marine Kingdom there.
Oh, okay.
So the Queen of the Indian Ocean is the highest one, and the Queen of the Coast beneath her.
Yes, because we hear about the Queen of the Coast a lot.
That's why every time some sort of magician or them a level up, so at some point they need to go in there.
Oh.
We do some ritual and initiation.
Well, hold on there, brother. You just look at thing. Let me tell you something. I knew some people. And they're telling me amongst their spiritual work, they got to go to India. And they want to go to this and they got to go to that. I want to make a strong statement here because I guess I can't hide anymore. You can count me out of pilgrimage. Me? Count me out of pilgrimage. You know why you can count me out of pilgrimage? If I need to go somewhere to achieve a state, might as well I never be where I am at. People say you're just narrow-minded, fine, say it. You are just saying it, right? And I'm just echoing what you're saying. You can say it. I don't need pilgrimage. Why I don't need pilgrimage? Because I've seen this constant theme of certain like-minded individuals say, I need to go to this place, I need to go to that place. And I wondered to myself, what is it in your spirituality, in actuality that you can't do right where you are, with the circumstances of your life, or which are accustomed to your DNA, which are attuned to your DNA, to your genetic and psychological and biological processes? Why is it you cannot actualize yourself there? Why is it you need to go to a Taj Mahal? Why do you need a Taj Mahal? And from I hear you say that, I say to myself, this is correlation because those people, when they went to these pilgrimages, when they came back, they were not the same in alignment with me. Mm-hmm. Their perceptions changed. And I'm not talking about how they view themselves. I'm saying the vibrations from them changed. So even the way they express was of no interest to me anymore. There was a disconnect, something other had happened. And I understand now, a lot of these rituals they go into, I won't call their name to offend no one, but these rituals, I begin to realize that they thought they were open and the Spirit said, don't stop. So you'll come in and the Spirit said, don't stop, I need to get something out. I remember one of these people trying to outprove me. I have to say it, because I know some of them are watching. They had this jealousy of me, spiritually, and said, how come you seem to be on point with a lot of things? So, right? Why are you on point with a lot of things, right? So they were saying there must be higher clarity than what Jerome is talking about, than what Sage is talking about. I must can get more knowledge because I want to shut you up. I want to shut you up. And when they returned, some of them, feminine, they spoke against me to others and said, I don't believe his principles. I don't believe his principles. And some people went into this light-based philosophy. Like, I was trying to tell them, if you're about light, then Christ is the light of your being. That is where the light is magnanimous. That means that that light is eternal. It's not a thought, ideation. They brought this concept and say, no, but she told me, ideation, the light, is my idea. It is me. It is my intention. You are saying to me, it is not succinct with me. I'm saying, yes, it is not succinct with you because the disparity is a magnetic frequency of light. And that's why Yeshua has returned parity. Right? They say, and distraction. So they go into this light-based thing. Next thing I know, it is Luciferianism I see begin to come out in their thinking. So this is what the Spirit wants to bring us. So now I'm understanding why is it when they went to these places, what happened to their spirituality? What happened to them? Because they
yeah, man. So the mermaid spirit.
Yes.
When it's showing on movies, most of the time, when it's showing on movies with sailors
yes.
on the sea and pirates and stuff, and when they encounter mermaid, it might seem good at first. Some little mermaid on the rocks are sing, and they look beautiful.
Yeah, cool that ear.
But then get closer, I just lure them in with them song.
Yes.
Lure them in.
Yes.
And them crash and dead. Everybody dead off. Yes. Not one survivor.
Yeah.
Anytime them see mermaid or encounter mermaid, it's not nothing good.
Yes. Yes, the stories are always harrowing. To be honest, yeah.
Yeah, even in Jamaica. Because when them see a mermaid in our river in Jamaica.
Oh yeah. Why do people say that?
Yeah, more because like a mermaid come and drag somebody down the river.
Yes, true. And I mean, like I said, I mean, there was once a dream that I told you about that my stepfather, not a dream, an experience my stepfather told me about, right? in a place close to here. Actually, it was just a few chains away from here. Actually, interestingly, that some people were trying to build a new resort, and they were building it in a swampy area, and they were saying to pay the owner of the swamp with a golden ball.
Oh.
So they were saying to pay the owner of the swamp with a golden ball, and what happened was that these people who were building the new resort obviously were of a certain color, class, and so it was a curiosity to the person of a certain class to observe these people doing a ritual after the physical work was finished. Like after they had dumped, my stepfather said they were dumped in a swamp for 10 months.
Oh, it's a swamp?
Yes. And
a body of water?
Yes, so they were dumping it for 10 months.
Oh.
And now they had reached the point now where they were leveling it off now and paving it off. So the regular Jamaican, right, he observed that these powerful people were doing a ritual, which must have shocked him, right? Because it's like, why would these classy people be doing some kind of ritual when you don't know that to be them? It's supposed to be some backward, dark-skinned people do this stuff.
Oh.
So he noticed them doing a ritual, and they dug a part of, they left a part of the thing, and there was like water there, right? There was a little water there, and so they left it specifically that place, and they dug it out, and then put the golden ball into the little water, and then put the mall over it, and cover it up, right? So he waited until they were gone, and then after they were gone, he went and dug up the golden ball. So he took it home now, and then when he went home, he started getting nightmares. He was struck down in his sleep, right? Mortal fear came over him. He could not move. His mother was the one that recounted the story from that, because he went a little bit bizonkers from that. But his mother recounted the story that when he came home, she said she felt her presence, and it was like she couldn't go back to sleep. But she rested and she go back to sleep. In him sleep, I rest and like him can't wake up. Spirit them arrest him and tell him, say the woman come to them and say bring back our things. Right? So him like him can't move, him listen, so mortally afraid. The mother got the dream.
Slow down a little, because when you said who come to him?
A woman came in vision.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a mermaid, yeah. The woman after water came to him, but first he could not respond. He was mortally afraid. So he was paralyzed, in the fear paralysis. And during the time of sleep, right? She got the dream. The mermaid, the woman after the water, after swamp, said, and she said it's a light-skinned woman, said that she should return the ball. Yes, our son is going to die. So he's not going to wake up. He's going to die. Tell him to return it, right? So she tried to get him up, and in some way, in Frank, he can't do it. He don't want to do it. You understand what I say? And she said, no, you have to return it, right? So she gave him the ball. She took it, and like she said, he went to a certain distance, fling it in the direction of where, threw it in the direction of where he dug it up from, right? And he got back home and the cold sweat stopped. The woman dreamed the mother again and said to the mother, for this act, I will be kind to you, right? I left to this part of the last and she said, I will be kind to you for this act, right? So your son went into a little bizonk and did a wrong thing. But you did the right thing to get him to do what is right. So we'll bless you. And if you come down by the river, we'll give you a gift. You understand me? So the mother never went. However, the next day, when they went back to the spot, it was swamp again. It was swamp again.
Man. So the spirit beguiled her to come down to the river. Because she said the woman will please her. She said, okay, I wonder if this woman will worship me now. And start come river every night now.
Yes. Because then that's what I realized, a lot of baptism to the spirit boy, and my case to the culture. A lot of baptism are going on the river, you have to watch out to. Alteration. A lot of it is not for Christ. A queen of the coast and a lot of these goddesses,
True.
I mean, I remember, because, when I first, before after water baptism, my first cleanse was in the ocean, and somebody made an allusion to that back on, some social media video. But at the time I didn't totally understand those things, but now there's more clarity. So now we understand that a lot of these baptisms that happen in fresh bodies of water or salt bodies of water. Because them say really salt body of water, nothing be that case. But the fresh bodies, both of them, it's dangerous. Because lots of rituals, they're casting off things into the ocean.
True.
You know, there's something again that, I mean, you might, this is probably people going to say like a fire Pamela, but I won't say nothing more than say it this way. You will know, you and I know, if you're looking at your culture in a way you do, into what you do normally, into a lot of, you know, your cultural stuff, there's stuff that you're taking to the sea, you're throwing off in the sea, you're casting off in the rivers. So, isn't that like a fact? It's like, it is so ingrained, no one thinks that it's something bad, but a lot of ritual rites are being offered up. A lot of oblation or libations, right? It's not like a water-based thing and something they use spirits. So it's like an invocation. And money. See that too?
Yeah,
wishing fountain.
Yeah, the fountain. You see the body and they say, "Choose a little kind." Like a wish.
Yes. Yes.
Because that must have manifest an evil entity at that spot.
Yeah, are certainly showing favor to an evil entity, to invoke a favor from the evil entity.
Right. We're going to have to finish now, because Levine's got to go as usual.
Oh, no, I'm so
right?
sorry.
But if you all, they're called Sailor Media.
Very interesting.
Watch them, right? Because they do many videos like on the rings, the whole beer.
I want to watch the one with the cloning.
The cloning, yeah. And that is to do like with Jamie Foxx, and it's just a lot. Please, as Bob Marley say, I don't want to school you. I don't want to rule you. You know? Everyone's got to find out and study. So you know, again, as I keep stressing, they didn't die. They go under the water, underneath.
Them bomber clots, they're under there. And they're giving the knowledge.
They got their kingdoms, and it's they giving certain ones the knowledge.
The knowledge to do
phone,
this and do that.
The internet, everything. And even your Americans, Benjamin Franklin, he was in the, he lived there. He was in the Hellfire Club. When they demolished his house here in England, they found a lot of children bones under there.
Lord.
You see? And all of them, especially like in Jamaica, them, what do you call them? Them Masons.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And it's too much. I know. But if you all look back in videos, you will see. You see, so there's something going on
and they should
underneath.
Watch them as well.
Underneath, even the River Thames in London, ISIS it's called.
Yeah, and the Aquaman is true about. They are down there, man.
Yeah, so they come up and they're occupying bodies. You see, and parents are initiating their children into it. It's too much, but please watch it. And show them the title again.
Yeah.
The secret ways of the devil, the marine kingdom. If you had time, they would give you more, but we ain't got time. So watch it all, please, because you're all in this fight, whether you like it or not.
That's right.
Yeah. As Bob them sing that Patricia Tosh wrote it. Most people think a great God will come from the sky and free everyone and make everybody feel high. No.
Don't go so.
Yeah? We've got to do our bit. When Jesus say, look, I shot the sheriff, Satan, when he see him fall like lightning. But he's got his deputies here.
Yeah.
And he says, if I weren't confident in you, my children, I would not leave you to do this job. So this is for we job. Again, as Bonnie Whaler say, I'm gonna done now. Rise up, trample the dragon, get the dragon before the dragon gets you. They've gone over, but they've left it all. If you all want to get serious and study, again, call themselves Rastas, but they're Nazarites.
Yeah.
Nazarites, like what the elder Bunga Israel, I forgot the first bit, when he says, sister, brother, time glowing by, where he says something like, we came, they came here on this earth, Yeah? Even 144,000 have to come through. Now, is it? Our message, this is what Bongo Israel, the elder, said. Our message that we bring to earth. Eh? Think on that.
Yeah.
So that means they come from, you know, the heavens.
Yeah.
Before the throne. And now they've done now, they've mixed up everything with the Bible and everything and telling us, you know, all kind of. So God now, yeah, it's his turn now. You see, the kingdoms of this world now belongs to Jesus Christ. So he's waking everyone up. Come on. Because you've got to save yourself. You hear? It's not just good saying, oh, I believe in God or I believe in Jesus. You've got works to do. Again. All right then. Guidance. One love.
One love, everyone. Till next time. God willing.
Yeah.